Concept 12.5, quadratic inequalities. So in this concept, we're going to talk about just what you see here, a quadratic inequation, but as an inequality. The way that we solve these or show the solution area is by graphing and shading, just like you've done with linear inequalities. So here are steps to graphing a quadratic inequality. And we're going to use these steps for graphing one inequality on a graph space and also two inequalities on a graph space. So the first step is to think of the quadratic inequality in equation form. And then you're going to get points like we've done before. But when you go to graph the inequality quadratic, you're going to look and see if it's just less than or greater than, you'll use a dashed curve. If it is equal to, less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to, then you'll use a solid, just like you've done for lines. The next thing you'll do is to determine on which side of the parabola to graph, so either the inside or the outside, to show the inequality. The best way is to test a point. There is just a small casual rule that you can use, just a rule on the street, which I'll tell you about. But the best, again, way is to test a point. And then step 3, once you've tested a point and determine which side of the parabola, inside or outside, is the solution set, then you're going to shade that area. All right, let's try one. So we have the inequality y is less than negative x squared minus 2x minus 1. Well, you can tell right away that this is a parabola that's going to open downward. So let's pick out A, B, and C, and then let's find the vertex. So it's positive 2 divided by negative 2, which would be negative 1. Plug negative 1 into your equation, and you'll get the vertex negative 1, 0. Now you can put this quadratic in equation form on your graphing calculator and use the table to help you get points, because you don't want this part of the process to slow you down. So place the vertex in the middle of your table and then values around it and get the y values for those x values. Then you're just going to draw your xy axis and then plot the points for your parabola. Now, before you actually draw the curve, look at your inequality. See how I've circled that y is less than that quadratic equation, and there's no equal to. So to show that on our graph, we need to have a dashed curve. So you're going to dash it. Now, to show the area of the graph that is less than that, the rule is just to shade below, or in this case, underneath. But let's test a point. So I'm going to test the point negative 1, negative 1, which is inside the parabola. And what I mean by testing it is I'm plugging in negative 1 for y into the inequality, and negative 1 for x into the inequality, and seeing if I get a true statement, which I do. I get that negative 1 is less than 2. So that means that that point makes the statement true. So all the points that are on that side of the parabola, in this case it's the inside, it's underneath, are part of the solution, and we're going to shade. So I'm just going to show that by highlighting that area. There, so when you have a single quadratic inequality, to show the solution set, you're going to graph it correctly with either a dashed or a solid parabola, and then you're going to shade either on the inside or the outside of that parabola, determining which sides will make that statement true. Now let's look at a real-life situation. So a manila rope used for rappelling down a cliff can safely support a weight W in pounds, provided with this inequality. So weight is less than or equal to 1,480 times the diameter squared of the rope in inches. So graph the inequality and interpret the solution. Well, I'm going to use common sense to put in values that are 0 and positive. So I'm going to say 0 and just go by ½ inch. I might have gone by ½ inch, but this will work. Now, when I first plugged these values in, I forgot to square. So I'm going to quickly run through these numbers. You don't want to pause and write them down because they are incorrect. I draw a only positive graph space, and I spread out my diameter, my x or my input, across the bottom. And then I even plotted my points, and they were linear, and that should not be the case because this is a quadratic. So I realized I forgot to square. So let's try these values again. Now squaring the diameter, then multiplying it by my 1,480, I get these values for my weight. So now I'm going to redo my y values. I'm just going to go by 200, so that'll make each of those 5 marks 1,000. And now I have just part of a quadratic curve there. So I see that it can be equal to in my inequality, so I'm going to draw a solid curve through these points. And then I want to show everything that is less than, so I'm going to shade all the graph space that's underneath. Now in this situation, what this is showing is all the combination of diameters of rope and weight that will be supported. Now anything out of the shaded area is not going to work. So if I try to carry 1,000 pounds with a 1/2 inch rope, that is not going to work. But if I were to use a 1 inch rope, then I can see that 1,000 pounds is in the shaded area, and that would work. All right, now let's look at a system of inequalities. So like a linear system, we're going to shade on the area that satisfies both. So we're not going to do one shade and then the other. We're going to identify the area on the graph space that makes both these inequalities true and just shade that. That's how it's going to work in Math Excel as well. So you want to graph each inequality, and again, use your graphing calculator to help you make this work go faster. Identify your vertex, which I did here, which is at 0, 3, and then put in values around your vertex. Again, use technology to help you. And let's do the same with the other quadratic, thinking of it as an equation. So when we identify our vertex, we'll get that as 1. Now I initially did 1, -6, and realized that was incorrect. So it's -1, -4. And then I find my other values around it. So I'm just going to put my XY axis right in the middle, and I'm going to graph my parabola on the left. I notice that that inequality is just less than, so I'm going to use a dashed graph curve for that one. Now my parabola on the quadratic on the right, I'm going to graph in green. So I place my points, and it has an equal to mark, so I'm going to use a solid curve for that one. Now, my top quadratic inequality is less than, so just a street rule is that I would graph, in this case, underneath the parabola, and then, or below it. And then the one on the right is greater than, so I would shade above or that. But I want to test a point 0, 0 that I think would be in the solution set. So that would be underneath or below my dashed parabola, and would be above or inside and above my second parabola. So when I test, I'm plugging 0 and 0 in for y and x, and I get that 0 is less than 3, which is true. And in the second inequality, I get that 0 is greater than -3, which is true. So that means the space in the graph space where 0, 0 is, that is the solution area. So that's what we would want to graph. So this concludes the notes that we're doing on the video. Tomorrow in class, we'll finish up the rest of these notes. So now you can go ahead and work a portion of the concept 12.5 practice, and I have that indicated on the board.